lifestyle disorders and sound healing. His mission is to alleviate people from a never ending loop of sickness to a fulfilled, healthy lifestyle that resonates with their mind, body, and soul. He helps people live mindfully and fight everyday health concerns by seeking balance in all aspects of their life. He always believes that your body's ability to heal is greater than anyone has permitted to believe in. And it's never too late to work towards being the healthiest of you. So that's so wonderful to know your thoughts, Kapil. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So before we jump into the topic, so audience, this question is for you all. What is exercise and what is fitness and why are we here today? What do you all want to learn? Use the chat box, guys. It could be your concerns, it could be your doubts, or why are you here today? What is so interesting about today's topic? Guys, this is going to be an interactive session. If you let us know your thoughts, we would be helpful, in a position to help you more. Okay, Dr. Suresh says exercise is not fun. Absolutely for many, sir. Physical and emotional being is what Fatima is looking for in exercise as physical and emotional well-being. Okay. So anyone else would like to share your thoughts? What is exercise and why it is important? Okay. Okay. Exercise is for laughing. Lakshmi says. Okay. A new definition. Okay. Keep posting your thoughts, guys. Meanwhile, Kapil, so why is exercise important for general health and well-being? What is your take on this?
Thank you so much. I am honored to be here today. I think on the YouTube live chat is not working. So please see for the technical team it is. And thank you for the question why the exercise is important for general health and well-being. See, exercise is a part of fitness. And when we say there are three different areas of our existence, physical, the mental, and the spiritual. So when it comes to physical, we need to understand that when we take care of all the three existence of ours, then only we are in real sense fit. So when it comes to fitness, exercise is an important factor. So it's for everyone. When you exercise, it means you are challenging your body. How will something grow? How will anyone grow? In a comfortable zone or in an uncomfortable zone? Will anybody grow in a comfortable zone? No, it will not. He will not. So for us to grow, it's important that we put ourselves in a challenging environment to grow. In the same way, our musculature. When we challenge them, it grows. It stays strong. When we don't challenge, he's like, there is no need of mine. Let me just leave the body and go. So that is exercise is important for definitely for general health and well-being.
Okay, wonderfully said. So guys, get ready to challenge yourself all because this is going to be really, really interesting. And end of the day, you're going to really take some good takeaway points from Mr. Kapil. So throw some light on, see, we have a lot of fitness industry. We see around a lot of advertisements, come join, Cult Fit is here, the gold gyms are there, a chain of gyms and lots of YouTube videos everywhere. There's a buzz of so much of information available across. It's an ocean of information. Whatever you feel like, you have the choice to see and do it kind of information we have. So in spite of having that, we lack in doing what is necessary. So where exactly this falls and what is exercise and what is fitness, how these two are interrelated?
The way exercise is presented, it's like panacea for everything. Sleep late, you do exercise, everything be all right. You eat whatever you want to eat, you exercise, it will be all right. That's how it is being presented. Fitness is a huge umbrella term. And we need to understand, for an example, if you are fit, you have all good physique, but if you are not able to manage people, if you are not able to handle a very small situation, will you call yourself fit? No. So Don't take exercise as a panacea for everything that you do that you should not be doing. So a fitness is not only about what you do for your physical existence. Normally we have got five senses, not normally we have five senses, not more than that. So we perceive everything from these five senses, and what we perceive is all what we can see. We cannot perceive anything that we cannot see. So that is why fitness has been limited to what we see. That is our body. That is the physical existence. So people are either on the diet or on exercise and they think they are fit, but it's not that. So fitness is when you work on all the existence, on your mental health, on your physical health, on your spiritual health, everything together.
Right. So, as Dr. Suresh rightly pointed in the starting, that exercise is, many think that exercise is a punishment. There's a reason for this, guys. It's nothing to blame the people. If you see the school concept, the way the schooling has been happened over the last 30 decades or 40, 3 decades or 4 decades, exercise is given to children in the form of punishments. That's how there is always a negative thought attached to exercise. That's the reason the moment anyone recommends or asks you to do a kind of exercise, they think like this is like a punishment to me. Okay, I've got something, I've got sugar, I have got BP, I've got that, I have got this, so I have to go through this kind of punishment to heal myself, which is absolutely not. That's one side of the story. The other side, what fitness we are talking about, is there's lots of lakhs of people who do exercise every day. In spite of that, they don't stay healthy. So what is the reason behind this? What gives an exact idea of what is exercise and what is fitness? This you will understand listening to us. Stay tuned. So, couple, there is a general notion that people, okay, exercise is meant for only people who are overweight or who are obese or who has certain kind of disorder or disablement, so they have to do it. It's not for everybody. Is it so true? What is your thought on that? Throw some light for our audience today.
Whoever eats on this earth requires exercise.
Rightly said.
है, तो आपको exercise करना है. It doesn't mean that if you are eating, that is why you have to exercise. I'm answering to the question, who needs to exercise? So if you are a creature who eats, you need to exercise. It has got nothing to do with age. It has got nothing to do with gender. It has got nothing to do with how you are looking. Obese, lean, fit. Exercise is a basic thing that you can give to your body. Okay? Especially the way we have started our lifestyle. I mean, the way we are, most of us have got sitting job. Most of us has got very, very stressful work to do. And we don't have much physical activity. So exercise becomes all the more important. Okay? If you are lean, you must exercise. If you are obese, you must exercise. So the way we have been brought up, the way you said that if you are eating obese, only then you have to exercise. Even the gym, when you see a lean person, it's like, usko kya zarurat hai? Why is it doing workout? So workout is like challenging your own self, musculature wise, respiratory system wise, so that your body has the ability to fight any challenging environmental issues. Right? For an example, we just had Corona. In Corona, of your lungs was very, very important. Not saying that people who exercise doesn't have any impact on them. It does have, but it was easier for them to recover because their musculature was strong, their lungs were strong. Lungs will be strong when you exercise, when you are putting your lungs in a challenging mode. So everybody needs exercise, irrespective of who you are, what your age is, where you are living, your gender, irrespective of anything.
Absolutely. So rightly said. So just to put it in a simple understanding, guys, if you take, an empty bottle, keep it in the beach sand, there's a blow of air. What will happen to the bottle? It will just flew away.
Correct.
Same bottle, fill it with sand and keep it there. It is more stable. Nothing can impact the bottle. So exercise is something which improves your strength and stamina from inside. That's what makes a person strong enough. So having we discussing about this, there is also a different scenario and also a different context we have these days, Kapil. Like if you take our parents, our grandparents, their lifestyles are totally different. The way of living is totally different, and the way we are living is totally different. It's more of mental strength, mental stress, and people are working hard, but we are mentally working hard. There is no physical hard work. There are multiple works to carry on, which are just switch apart. Switch डालो तो हो गया, just switch it on and your work is done kind of work we are doing, but still there is lot of tiredness, lot of stress. And especially I'm talking about the women these days. They think that we do a lot of work from morning till evening, in fact till night. So after doing so much of work, what is their need to do exercise? So how do we differentiate this? What is your routine and what is exercise? Where will we draw the line?
That's a very, very amazing question. And I get this question on a very regular basis. So, what you do daily is your physical activity. It's not exercise. I just explained exercise is something, an activity which challenges your musculature and your respiratory system. Does your physical activity does that? Your body has adopted to whatever you are doing on a daily basis. So, for an example, we have a worker who comes to my gym and he cleans everything around. Even then, he doesn't feel tired. If I ask a person who has never done any physical activity to do that cleaning activity, he'll die in halfway. You understand? That's the difference between physical activity and exercise. Physical activity is not challenging your own self. If you are tired mentally, not physically. It has got a completely different context. So people come in the evening to work out doesn't mean that they have not done anything since morning till evening. Okay, it's only that they are not tired mentally probably, so they are able to come to the gym. So physical activity is different that you do on a daily basis. Exercise is different. That is to challenge your musculature, to strengthen your muscles. And muscles, just like you gave an example of empty bottle and sand, a bottle filled with sand. In the same way, muscles are like gold. Gold has got high density. 1 kg of gold will be like this, a mobile, like, and 1 kg of fat is going to be like cotton, this much. So when you have got 10 kgs of gold inside your body, you are going to be very strong and you will be looking lean. When you have got 10 kgs of fat, you will feel lethargic, you will feel bloated, things like that. So that is the importance of workout. And it has got nothing to do with physical activity that you do. I understand that you may be taking your stairs 10 times, but your body is used to that. It has not, it has got no positive impact on your body.
Absolutely. So I also wanted to add one more point to what Kapil has said. Okay, the gold. When he said gold, I was remembering Karna. You know, Karna with the Kavacha Kundala and the uh, and the protection. It's all gold. No one can touch Karna without with that. You all know the story of Mahabharata, right? That strong a person can become. And on the other side of the story is, yes, physical activity is different and exercise is different, but the intense meaning that you need to understand is a person who does a bit of exercise dedicatedly to themselves can change the way they do the work all through the day. You know, a person who does exercise and who doesn't do exercise, the way they lead their lives totally changes. You know, I'm talking about the work capacity, I'm talking about how simplified and how well you can handle things, the stress, and also the unexpected unanticipated things in life. So having said that, since we all are talking that exercise is so important, so many have this, the moment they get something new, they get to know, and the moment they want to wish to start exercise, the prescription that they get from the healthcare professionals, be it dietitians or healthcare professionals or the gym trainers or the doctors, it is do for 30 minutes. So, what is your take on this? What is the minimum time of exercise that is required for a common man?
Again, a very good question. Why we exercise? We exercise to stay healthy, correct? And if the exercise is becoming an added stress, is there point doing an exercise? No. It is the time when you give it to yourself. So what time you should be giving, you should be deciding it on your own, completely depending on your, work schedule and etc. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, or 40 minutes. Time that you can dedicate completely being there wherever you are is what is required. If you are not able to give 30 minutes, you have got only 20 minutes. So what we'll say, there is no point doing 20 minutes. Somebody asked me to do 30 minutes. If I'll not be able to do, there is no point doing at all. So let's not do it at all. So if you are able to give 20 minutes and being there 100%, that is what is required. Not spending 1.5 hours in the gym or 2 hours or 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Right? What is required is to do exercise, and the time that you can give comfortably in challenging your own self without giving added stress to you. Exercise should not become an added stress to your life.
Wonderful. So wonderfully said. I request you all to please make a note of this statement. Exercise should not be an added stress to your life. This is something which one should enjoy and feel like doing it. As Kapil rightly said, if there is a recommendation to do for 30 minutes, if you're not able to do 30 minutes, instead of skipping totally, do it at least for 10 minutes. It does sound good to you rather than totally missing out of it. Okay. So that's so wonderfully put it across couple, but there are many challenges when it comes to exercise, especially the most important statement that we all get to hear is we don't have time, we are very busy, we don't have time. So how much ever we may remind people that everybody has only 24/7, people don't believe with this fact. They still claim that they don't have time. So for these segment of people who claim themselves busy but they're not productive, how we can inculcate exercise to them, and which part of the day they can manage, and what is your suggestion to this kind of a crowd?
I'll take some time in answering this question.
Sure.
The thought that I am busy comes from a thought where there is no need of exercising at all. Right? If you go to a doctor and your doctor says, if you don't exercise 30 minutes, you are going to die next month. Will you not take out your time? Then definitely you are going to take out your time, whatever it takes. Right? So a beautiful story I'm going to say here, and it comes from Mahabharata again, the Yaksh Prashna. It's a very, very famous story where the Pandavas are about to end their Vanvas, and at the end they were all tired, and Yudhishthir asks Sahadev to look for water. They were so thirsty. Sahadev looked for a pond, and when he went to take some water, Yaksh came and said, "Don't take water. This is my pond, and if you take it, you will die." Sahadev is like, "Who is going to, harm me?" The moment he took water, he died. So Nakul came looking for him. He did the same thing. Arjun came. He did the same thing. Bhim came. He did the same thing. They're all, very, very strong people, very, very miraculous people, but couldn't do anything. Then Yudhishthir came and Yaksh said that if you answer my questions, I'll do the needful. Make all your brothers alive. Go ahead, ask the questions. And he answered all the questions. The important question was, very, very important question was, the Yaksh asked, what is the greatest wonder? So Yudhishthir replies, the greatest wonder is human being knows that death is the only truth. Yet they live their life as if they are immortal. Right? This is how we are living. We know deep down that exercise is important. We need to take out some time for ourselves, but we are immortal. हमें कुछ नहीं होगा. Nothing is going to happen to me. We see people dying of diabetes, we see people dying of cardiovascular diseases, etc. and etc. And we see their lifestyle. But even then, we don't take it. We don't understand it, because what we think about ourselves is we are immortal. So first answer to that question to the people who think they are busy is that please start taking out some time, or whatever time you, I mean, for whatever reasons you are busy, you are just going to end up paying the bills of your hospital. The answer to the second question, what time? Now somebody tells you that morning is the best time, but you are too busy doing, you're busy cooking food for your, for your kids. You are busy in somewhere. You have to leave for office early. Will you do exercise in the evening because somebody told you only in the morning is the best time to exercise? You won't do.
You won't.
Even if you like reach somehow in the morning, just because somebody told you ki morning is the best time, you will not give your 100%, because where you are not there. You are where you are not there. This is the biggest challenge of our human mind. So again, for time, what time you can give to your workout, what day of the time you can give to your workout. The idea is that when you work out, you are there 100%, total, complete. When you're working out, you're not thinking of work, you're not thinking of your wife, you're not thinking of your kids, nothing. You are there 100%, total. Because when you are at work, you will be like, काश मैं वर्कआउट कर लेता थोड़ा. When you are at work, when you are at your gym, it's like, अरे वो काम छूट रहा है, वो काम छूट रहा है. I have to do this, I have to do that. That's why neither your work is complete nor your exercise is complete. That is why I told you your work should, exercise should not be an added stress. A time which is comfortable for you. It can be any time of the day.
Right. So nicely, put it across, Kapil. I just love the story how you have come up with the Akshay Prasna. It's so wonderful. So guys, we so far discussed about the duration. I think that should not be a constraint for most of you now. And we discussed about the which part of the day one should do it. It's all your convenience. Of course, there are certain things that we really suggest based on their requirement, but this is a general saying that do it when it is convenient to you. And the third most important part, somebody asked, in the questions also, I wanted you to take up that also, couple now. What kind of exercise one should indulge in?
Okay,
No, we have aerobics, we have aerobics or cardio, we have anaerobic strength training, weight trainings, we have flexibility, yoga, we have dance workouts, we have pirates, we have this, that, so many varieties of exercise, and people don't know what to do and where to start with this. Can you throw some light on that? For a beginner, if someone wants to start, you can put it this way, for a beginner and for an intermediate doer.
Okay, there are two form of exercises, only two form. There is no third form of exercise. One is aerobic form of exercise, another is anaerobic form of exercise. So aerobic form of exercise is the exercise that you can do for a longer period of time without any break. Like you can jog for like hours, you can do Zumba for 1 hour, you can swim, okay? You can walk. All these activities are aerobic form of exercise, which we call it a cardio form of exercise in layman. That's cardio. All these exercise helps to strengthen your heart muscles, cardiac muscles. Okay, not heart. Heart takes a lot to get strengthened. So cardiac muscles get strengthened when you do cardio. Now, about the musculature, about the structure of your body, the muscles, that requires an anaerobic form of exercise, that requires strengthening. So anaerobic form of exercises are those exercises which you cannot do more than 1 minute, like a plank, maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Now, if you are able to do more than 1 minute of planks, that becomes an aerobic form of exercise for you. So you increase resistance, you keep weight on your back while doing plank, then again it comes into anaerobic form of exercise. So any activity which challenge your respiratory system that you cannot do for more than 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 30 seconds, 40 seconds at a stretch, you have to take a break after 30, 40 seconds. That's anaerobic. That's very, very important for strengthening. I'll say if you have got less time, very less time to give for workout, do anaerobic form of exercises, strengthening exercises. If you have got more time, do anaerobic exercises first, followed by cardio exercises. People do cardio first and strengthening later, and they do very, very, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. No, strengthening should be a bigger part of your workout. If you have got 5 days to work out, you can choose 3 days of strengthening, 2 days of cardio, and like that. But strengthening has to be an important component of your exercise. Very, very important. Especially females, strengthening is must. Lifting weights is must because of the hormones. We have got less testosterone levels and less muscle mass. So it's very, very important when it comes to metabolism also, that you have got good amount of muscles. That will happen only when you do strengthening form of exercises. I hope this answers this question.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So it's always a combination that works well. I think this question was asked by Swapna. Swapna, hope you've got your answer, and most of you, it's always not the one thing that works, a combination, and it totally depends on your condition too. If it is specific, do get in touch with us, and we can detail you more in detail. So having said that, the one more, the most common question that we come across these days, or most of the times, is couple, like people who don't do exercise in the morning, want to do place their exercise sometime mid morning or in the evening or late night or somewhere, wherever. So they have a confusion on how to place their meal timing with exercise. So what is the basic meal gap time that you suggest or recommend to the people if they just want to do some simple exercise like walking or something? It might not be too strenuous, but if you look at the general population, the middle-aged women and the people who are above 50 and 60 who just walk around and do all the kind of stuff, what is the minimum meal time gap that one should have?
Okay. Again, this is very subjective. What I will tell you is, when you are exercising, is my voice clear?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
When-
clear.
Thank you. When you are exercising, your stomach should be empty. Now, after a heavy meal, somebody takes 2 hours to digest their food completely. Somebody takes 3 hours to digest. And it also depends on what kind of food you had. If you had chola bhatura, it is going to take 4 hours. If you had fruit, it is going to take 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So the idea is your stomach should be empty when you are on the floor or when you are about to start your workout. Why is it so? Because there is something called blood shunting. Most when you are at rest, like I'm sitting right now, so the most of my blood pool is around my abdomen, so that the absorption of the nutrition takes place efficiently. The moment when I'll get up and I'll start walking, blood shunting will happen. That is, my legs requires blood because I am walking. So the blood shunting will take place from the abdominal area. Blood will go to my legs. So this is going to hamper my nutrition process, the absorption nutrition process, right? So when you are working out and the food is inside the stomach, so for an example, if you are doing a leg workout, so the blood will leave the abdominal area and it will move to legs. In that case, your minds become, your brain becomes goes in a confused state. It's like, should I, what do you call it, digest the food, or should I go and help the legs muscle to work out? So, mind has to wait, because we are forcing mind that no, I'll be working out. In that case, the brain will try to take out all the food out, because it cannot do two work at the same time. Either it can digest the food or it can help you exercise. So when you are exercising, make sure that your stomach is empty. So it's a heavy meal, take 3 to 4 hours, maybe 2 hours, depending on what you ate. If you are having a snack, maybe 1.5 hours. If you are having a fruit, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So that should be the time gap between your meal, the kind of meal, and the workout. Because many of you must have experienced that if you ate something and you went for the workout, you started feeling nauseatic, right? So that is the reason of nauseatic feeling, because there is something in your stomach which is not been digested properly. So I hope you got the answers.
Yeah.
After the meal, again, if you're walking after the meal, the blood is going to your legs depending on how fast you are walking. If you are taking a brisk walk, maybe it's all right. But why to do so? My opinion is, after having a meal, just wait for 15 minutes. Don't even lie down. Just sit and close your eyes and just imagine the food getting digested. Your body is absorbing all the nutrition properly. Take deep breaths before your meal, after your meal. Imagine your food getting digested properly, taking all the nutrition from the food, and maybe after 20-30 minutes, you go for a brisk walk. Okay? But don't make it in an exercise after the meal.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. If you all can relate to what Kapil has said, it is the same which our ancestors used to tell. If I remember my dad, my mom telling us, like, oh, you just had food now, don't run around. Don't take bath immediately after having a meal. You don't lie down, you just had your food. Have you all heard these things in your life from your parents and grandparents?
Yes.
This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
this is as simple as what Kapil has told you all now. Even there is a certain assigned work given to the body. Say, for example, you had food and the food has to be digested. So the circulation has to concentrate there. Whereas when we keep on moving vigorously, it has to distribute. It's just like the job of a mother who does multiple things, and we claim we have only two hands.
Good, great.
So, okay, we already spoke about the best exercises to do. But I have one question, which is probably in many of the people's mind. Physical activity. Okay, see, there is a question related to that, what I'm asking from Lakshmi. So people are in a state of confusion. Okay, should I go to a gym and do some workout, or should I do some yoga training, or should I do something else? Which one do you suggest? Is that anything that is called a gold standard? Like, okay, you are a human, you should do this. We don't have, unfortunately. So what is your suggestion to people who want to start their activity by breaking and leaving behind their inactivity levels?
Okay.
Maybe the simplest suggestion that they could easily follow.
Yoga has become like taking a dip in a Ganga. You do pop and you go and take a dip. It's like the same. If you are doing yoga, then everything is fine. The way we have reduced the importance of yoga is to just one component of yoga, that is asana. There are 8 limbs of yoga, and it's a very, very, huge thing. This is out of this, what do you call, limitation of this session, that I'm going to explain everything about yoga. But there are 8 things in yoga: yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. All this combined becomes yoga. Yoga is union of everything. It's not limited to asana. So when you see yoga as just asana, you have reduced is to nothing but exercise. We have taken the essence out of yoga. Okay? So this is what a normal. Is power yoga effective? Oh yes, yoga effective. Effective in what sense? What effectiveness do you want? When we attach a result to something, it becomes a utility. And if you are looking for an utility, you will always be in a confused state, because you will not become the process. You will look for the result. When you look for the result and you don't become the process, the result never comes. When the result never comes, yoga becomes bad for you. Exercise is bad for you. You won't do any physical activity. अरे बाबा, मुझे 3 किलो कम करना था, 2 महीने से योगा कर रहे हो, कोई कम नहीं हो रहा. This is what people say. Understand the essence of whatever you are doing, why you are doing. So you have to become the process of what you are doing. When you become the process, you become the yoga while doing yoga. You understand what yoga gives. You won't ask such question. So let's not reduce yoga to exercise. But I understand this session is limited to fitness, so people are talking about yoga in the terms of exercise. So when you are doing one component of yoga, that is asana, there are 2 ways. One is hatha yoga, and one is power yoga, that is now being presented like panacea of again everything. So power yoga, it's a kind of cardio activity where you do asanas in a rapid form. And when you do Hatha yoga, that is strengthening activity where you hold in a particular asana. That strengthens your, what do you call it, musculature. But again, we need to understand that what yoga is trying to tell you, that when you are in a difficult posture, you feel comfortable. That is the union. That is what yoga is going to tell you, that you are not the body. In whatever way you are being something that you want to be. When you are holding a posture to take your stomach inside, that will be painful because you are doing it to take your tummy inside. Okay? So start, if you want to start with something like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You like yoga, you do yoga. You go to gym, go to gym. Yoga is not the answer to everything. Gym is not the answer to everything. Do what you love to do. That is going to give you answer to everything. I am not a yoga person. Now somebody told me do yoga. It is not going to give you anything. Do gym. Yoga will give you nothing. Went to the gym, go yourself, came back home. Gym is not for me. If you love to do gym, if you love to lift weights, go to gym. It is going to give you tremendous things. If you love to do yoga, do it. Okay? But don't make it a medication for weight loss. Exercise is not a tool for weight loss. Exercise is not a tool to reach moon. Please understand. Exercise is not that will help you reach the highest level of fitness. No.
Loved each and every word that you spoke, Kapil. Absolutely amazingly said. So, guys, it's not linked with the result. Let's enjoy the process. And as Kapil said, are you eating? Then you should do exercise. My saying would be, are you breathing? Then you should exercise.
Yes, absolutely. I'll change from next time. I'll change this. People should exercise.
So, and we see the scenario these days, guys, couple, because uh, we are suggesting people do what you love to do what you like to do. But there is a lack of information. Information is there, but there is a lack of knowledge that people don't know where to start and how to go about. This gap is already existing among us. And taking this scenario, and if you look at the kind of cardiac errors and the deaths that are happening in gyms these days, it is creating a panic situation. So I want you to throw some light on this, since we are asking people do what you like, even if they want to go to gym and do something, or even if they want to do something, what are this, bare minimum things that we should tell them so that they'll start and don't go into the kind of this risk zone of cardiac arrest.
People have died in gym. People have stopped going to gym. People have had cardiac arrest while listening to music. People have not stopped listening music. People have died while sleeping. I mean, they had cardiac. People have not stopped sleeping. Right. So again, why are you doing an exercise? The intention, for you to know the intention is important. If you are doing exercise to neutralize what you ate in the party last night, you are going to have trouble. If you are exercising because you are not sleeping, you are attracting problem. If you are exercising because somebody said you must exercising, you are attracting the problem. The intention, the purpose of exercising is nothing. You won't get anything out of doing exercise. If you understand this, and even then you do exercise, then you are doing exercise. Right? If you are sitting in dhyan and if you are trying to achieve anything, you are not in the dhyan, you are not meditating. When you are meditating without the impact or without the result of meditation, that what you are going to get, and even then you are meditating, then you are meditating. ध्यान में सिर्फ ध्यान ही मिलेगा, एक्सरसाइज में एक्सरसाइज ही मिलेगा, वेट लॉस नहीं मिलेगा. लास्ट नाइट पार्टी किया वो नहीं जाएगा. If you are not sleeping, it is not going to neutralize your sleep. Understand? When you are not sleeping, your heart is already compromised. When you are sleeping, that is an activity which was supposed to help recover what your body has gone through, but you are not sleeping. You are up till 8 till 2 a.m., till 3 a.m. Oh, I sleep for 8 hours from 3 a.m. in the morning till 11 a.m. in the morning. Isn't it enough? No. Your body is not made for that. An animal can do it, and even animal doesn't do it. They sleep in the right time because they don't have the facility of light. They don't have mobile phones. So they doesn't experience cardiac arrest. Right? They don't live for tomorrow. We are not living for today, we are living for tomorrow. That is why we are exercising. Most of us are exercising because we want to live tomorrow. Right? So when you do exercise with all this in your mind, you will attract problem. Exercise, because exercise, that is what your body is made up of. That is why you can, move your hands. It's all because of exercise, and you have been doing it from generations. So the intention with which you exercise is going to define what kind of problems you are going to attract or not attract.
Again, wonderfully stated. So, guys, um, that's wonderfully said. I cannot repeat what Kapil has said because so it is amazingly put it across. But my point to add on is, even if you want to start something, please start slowly. Don't go on rigorously. Don't get into the high intensity workouts and don't trouble yourself. It's very important to understand and enjoy and do exercise as exercise without any anticipated results. But at the same time, you cannot go to class 10 without studying LKG, UKG, and first grade. It has to go progressively.
Yeah, I want to add something. Like again, I talked about intention. You cannot lose weight 3 kgs today. Understand this. Okay, we want result instantly. Till yesterday, I was not doing anything. If I start from today, it has to be a 4 kg of weight loss today itself on the scale. That is going to give you trouble. Start with 5 minutes. Please understand, you cannot overnight turn the lifestyle of 30 years or 40 years or 50 years overnight. If you do so, you are going to attract the problem. You are attracting the problem, not going to. Right? So exercise, when you want to start, just start like 5-10 minutes maybe. Don't strain yourself too much. Start like 5-10 minutes. Talk to your nutritionist what supplements is required, because a lot of easy supplements available in the market, and we human mind always look for easy things. The irony is that deep down we know that that's not the solution, but we try. It's important to try. That shake that we get, or you drink it, you will have 3 kgs of weight loss. Please understand, if drinking that shake would have given you 3 kgs, the jewelers would be selling that on their shop and not at 30 300 400 rupee dabba, 3 lakhs dabba, because then you eat anything, drink that shake, and that would neutralize it. That is not reality. So please take help of food, organic food that your dadi nani has been eating. Do normal physical exercises that your dadi nani, your dada, your father has been doing. The traditional exercises, no fancy exercises is required. Do yoga that 3 generations before people were doing. Don't do any fancy thing. Nothing fancy is required at all. Your body has not changed. Why the exercise? Your body has not changed. Why the food? Why the processed food? Why are you looking for easy things to have? If you are attracted to easy things, definitely, you are attracting problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard way out. Okay. So there's a question from Lakshmi before we take up the final thing. There's a general saying, if you stop doing physical activity or gym or for the matter dance or do anything swimming, if you suddenly stop something, you'll gain weight and it will have a yo-yo effect. What is your take on this?
Why are you starting it? Write it down in a piece of paper. Okay, stick it in front of you. Why are you starting? If you are starting for a result, don't start, because it will have an impact. because the moment you will have result, you will leave it. Again, you are making exercise a tool for something to achieve. Don't make it a tool. Exercise, just exercise because you need to exercise, your body requires exercise. Don't attach anything from that exercise. You will never have that problem.
Exactly. So, guys, why are you starting? That is very important, as Kapil has said. And the second thing, it's not that workout or gymming or dance or swimming that is making you gain weight or lose weight. There is always a balance in life. When that balance is not met, when we are in an imbalance, we end up into this. And that imbalance is something similar to your salary and your expenditure. If it is not balanced, you'll not have your own savings. If you have good income and if you spend your money accordingly, you have savings. Similarly, what you're eating and what you're doing, if there is a balance sheet, that is very important. Please don't blame the things that you're doing. They are not the reason for whatever is happening. It's always the balance in life. So we are running short of time, but I would like to ask one final question, Kapil. There might be days, see, how much ever we may know that exercise is important and 5-day week doing is good, and we all are humans end of the day, and sometimes we don't like feel doing, like sometimes I feel lazy or lethargic, or people just don't feel like doing. So in that kind of a state, what people should do?
I mean, if you are feeling lethargy, if you are feeling lethargy about eating food also, I don't have any problem. If you are not feeling lethargic in eating food, then there is some huge problem. And I'll explain this. Our human mind is such that where we are not there. You understand? Where we are right now, we are not there. We are somewhere else. And this is the process where we are losing a lot of our energy. Lot of our energy. If we are at home, we are thinking about work. In this process, you are losing energy. When you are at work, you are thinking about your girlfriend. You are losing energy. When you are with your girlfriend, you are thinking of your work. You are losing energy. So in the process of where you are, but thinking of somewhere else where you are not, you are losing a lot of energy, lot of energy. So when you're losing a lot of energy, where the energy should go right now, it doesn't go. Or you don't feel like going. When you are working out, you are thinking of your boss. You cannot give your 100% in workouts. That's how you attract injuries. When you are giving your 100% in workout, you will not have injuries because you are there 100%. So this is the problem behind the letharginess, that where we are not there completely. When we are there completely, there will be no energy loss. You will not feel lethargic. Second, what you are eating becomes more important. If you are eating a lot of food which takes a lot of toll on your energy system, like if you're eating a lot of spicy food, after 1.5 hours, you will feel that your body energy is completely sucked off. You had an argument with somebody, you don't feel like working out because your energy is gone. If you are getting angry, do it 100%. You become an example of anger, and only then you will come to know that's a complete waste of thing to do. If you're working out, give your 100%. Only then you will know that how you feel after working out. You'll never ever miss a session. Whatever we do half-heartedly. We are present only half. We are not present completely. We are not total in whatever we are doing. That is the reason of your letharginess. If you are eating the food, you are watching a television. That is how you eat more than your requirement, because the signal that your body is giving, you are not able to take it. You're fighting with your spouse. Oh, you don't talk while eating. You are completely into food while eating. That is what is required. At least you see the colors of your food. You feel the texture. When it goes down to your stomach, you can feel the process of digestion. So when you live an unconscious life, when you are not conscious, you will be lethargic because your energy is lost to so many things that it will not be focused where it is required. So I am not going to answer or give you a solution of the letharginess. If we can work on this by just living, by just enjoying, by just being there, by just becoming the process of whatever we are doing, the job is done. Believe me. You question again, little lethargic, what should I do? Can I do just pranayama? When you are doing pranayama, you become pranayama. No question of letharginess.
Wonderful, wonderful couple. I'm so glad to hear you. And guys, probably I'll put it in a some more easy way for you to understand what Kapil is saying. Say, for example, if you're just going for a walking, I keep observing people do only two things. Either they chit chat with someone who is along with them, walking along with them, or they listen to music. Where you have the focus, you have your focus on the things that you're conversing with your friend or a neighbor or someone, or you're listening to music and lost somewhere. Do you have your focus on how you're walking? When you keep your focus on walking, how your legs are moving, or when you're walking, how the surroundings are there around, where it is making a path for you, or while you're walking, is your body able to actually give you some good amount of oxygen? Are you able to breathe in? This is what he's talking about, the focus on the thing that you are doing. When we disappear and deviate and lost our focus on the purpose of what we are doing, obviously we don't end up achieving what we want to achieve in life. So the ultimate mantra for today from Kapil is stay focused.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, Kapil. I'm so happy, so glad to have you here. It was a wonderful session. We truly enjoyed, and I would like to come again and throw some more light. We'll have one more session on supplements, especially, and that we will do. It's a totally different topic, and it's going to take more time. We'll definitely get back and do one more topic with you. And thank you so much for being with us today. And guys, rest of the